Yes, cek main yes. Oke, udah masuk konsep dan semuanya jelas. Oke, selamat sore semuanya. Welcome dan nonton live maupun replay kali streaming GENSHIN Impact ya. Kali ini aku ngelanjutin yang namanya quest cuy. Quest harusnya belum selesai cuy. Nama explore belum. Sedang PR cuy. Seperti biasa kita awal dengan daily ya. Dan baru belum. Oke.
Can't hide the truth. Leave this place.
Allow me. Committed to memory.
No more lies. Shit. It all falls into place. It all adds up. Time to come clean. No more.
For the everlasting forest, you poor lost.
Torrent, bring refuge. Hold the line. Let's move out. This may hurt a little.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see what you're made of.
Kena tracknya Hydro anjir.
Can't hide the truth. Seek within.
By the frost moon of old, forest.
Ngapain gitu dulu.
Time to come clean.
Lagi. Let's go.
It all adds up.
You poor lost lamb with one heart.
Allow me.
No more lies. Let's see what you're made of. Can't hide the truth. Time to come clean.
By the frost moon of old.
Rest and rebuild.
The mystery unravels. Can't hide the truth.
Dendro lagi. Pasti cok gacha anjir itu. Walaupun banyak damage lunar tetap aja nih yang kedetek itu elemen apa utamanya.
No more lies.
Leave this place.
Hold the line. Grow.
For the everlasting forest.
Can't hide the truth. Time to come clean.
Forest, protect us with one heart.
Allow me.
It all falls into place.
Oh kadang gacha anjir.
The deception ends here.
Gacha coy, sumpah gacha ya. Tiga lagi.
Can't hide the truth.
For the everlasting forest, you.
This may hurt a little.
No more lies. Let's see what you're made of. It all falls into place. Let's what you're made of.
With one heart, we pray. Forest,
Rust and rebuild. Committed to memory.
can't hide the truth.
Let's see what you're made of.
Sip. Apa ya? Klik kah? Kayaknya mungkin belum. Oh iya, boleh deh.
The season of verdure draws near once again. By the frost moon
Or
of
do you
old.
not even have the courage to be afraid? Is it my turn now? With these rising flames?
Let's see what you're made of.
Now that's more like it. With the fall of
Forest,
darkness,
protect us
destruction
for the
shall
everlasting.
rise.
Billowing surge.
Have a taste of purgatory.
Oh,
Closer now.
It all falls into place.
It all adds up.
Is it my turn now?
With one heart, we pray.
This way, turn a little.
Like a fly tangled in a web.
lupa. Mati, Cok. Oh,
Spare
enggak.
your energy.
Oke.
Running is of little use.
Oke.
Kindness has been seared away.
Leave this place.
My blade is
Allow
all that
me.
remains.
Grow, grow, grow.
No more lies. Can't hide the truth.
Time to come clean.
No more lies. For the everlasting forest.
Arif kak,
Sundown
makan.
is only the beginning.
This way, turn a little.
Can't hide the truth.
Sih belum terlalu kerasa sih. Oke. Wih, 2 minggu lagi berarti ya. Halo Berto, abang lagi level berapa bang? Level apa maksudnya? Ini kah? 60? 2 akunku 60. Sama yang ini. Ini akun kedua. Kita lanjut lagi. Domain. Ini dulu deh. Sama aja sih. Oh, udah level 60. Aku main udah lama cuy.
care for walk?
Apa Yansan aja kali ya? Lumayan tuh buat ya.
Anyone need a coach?
Aku lagi level 14 bang, cara grindingnya cepat itu gimana sih bang? Main terus sih. Aku juga ini main udah lumayan lama sih. Ini bisa asen. Boleh. Yep. Tapi kalau misalkan awal-awal kayaknya dari chest gitu juga gampang sih. Setahun ada nggak? Kayaknya lebih. Ya setahun lebih sih. Tapi sekarang harusnya lebih cepat sih kan air 60 soalnya udah ada 5 map. 7 map. Jadi kalau misalkan buka chest juga cepat sih harusnya. Quest cepat. Ya. Setahun bisa sih air 60.
Controlled breathing.
Aduh kurang.
Get to work. Suffer the wrath of Eastly. Pyroclastic surge. Incinerate. On look. Show no mercy. You two. Time to wrath from the skies.
Ya ampun. Masih pakai arsiker, lupa ganti.
Incinerate.
Pantesan gak ada damage.
Light of the blazing sun. Incinerate.
Let's move.
You two. Time to end wrath from the skies.
Ya tipis. Aku lupa sih belum ganti senjata anjir.
Fulfill our pact. Quick as a flash.
Ya tipis. Aku ulti aja tadi ya.
Clouds high. The birds come.
Controlled breathing. Start the clock. See Laline. East Papa. Get him.
Light of the blazing sun.
Keras senjata coy, pantesan.
Add ast. Thank you for. Add ast.
Oke. Lanjut lagi weekly. kurang. Dim. Ini apa ya? Akun kedua sih udah semua berarti. Nggak semua banget sih. Event paling nanti deh, aku masih belum kelar tuh akun utama. Oh udah. Udah ambil yang di film susah sih. Ini harus kelarin. Ini Astra aku belum sih. Oke. Apa dulu kali ya? Halo Your Highness, kapan kota lagi bang? Kotanya aja lagi ada bencana, lagi MT cuy, lagi maintenance sampai tanggal 11. Ya nantilah kalau udah up lagi kotanya. Dari lama udah belum? Oh belum juga. Udah sekalian kok. Boleh nih.
No more love.
By the frost moon of old.
Rust and reap committed to memory.
Can't hide the truth.
Time to come clean.
It all adds up.
2. Masih ada ternyata.
I see everything.
Banyak. Oh,
The world wishes you well.
ya nggak bisa. Di mana deh? Oh, alah, di sini.
I see everything.
Let's see what you're made of.
We got lucky. It could have been a trap.
Batunya mana? Boleh, lawan.
Can't hide the truth. With one heart, we pray. Leave this.
Oh wow! This may turn out.
No more lies.
Let's see what you're made of.
Can't hide the truth.
We should make the most of these supplies.
Nggak ada apa-apa. Oke, lanjut. Udah ada berapa sih? 83 kurang 73 kurang 37.
Everyone hold hands.
Dah, aku tiba-tiba banget udah quest. Tidur lah. Oh. Pertanyaan, oh itu. Ah. Nah.
Perhaps this treasure has been waiting for you all along.
Masih ada ya?
Everyone hold hands. I see everything.
No more lies.
By the frostman of old, Forest,
Yes.
Time to come clean.
Kurang 23 lagi. Udah habis. Kurang 7 coy, tanggung banget. Ya kurang. Yang 400 itu paling banyak. Harusnya cukup. Nah, gue deh 90. Masih kurang. Gila. 2 coy. 2 kali 3 6. 6 kali 3 18. Habis. Kurang sih, masih kurang banyak. Ya gak apa-apa.
Am I using this wrong? Inefa, read the operation manual you recorded last time for me again.
I know, I believe regular lubricant is already sufficient. There's no need to create a brand new product.
Aw, we're already here, aren't we? Come on, I just want to experiment a bit. Oh, hi there, traveler. Just the person we need. I bet you know how to use this crafting bench. Hurry on over and help me make a bottle of that... what's it called again? That cold... frosty something. Potential oil?
Frosting essential oil.
Yeah, that's the one. The cold stuff. I want to mix it with lubricant to create something special for Inefa's joints. I was gonna do it myself, but taking efficiency into account, it might be better if you helped me out a bit.
The truth is, Aino wasted all her ingredients trying and failing to make essential oil. We presently have enough to make only 2 bottles.
I didn't fail. I was well within the bounds of making essential... Please? Wow, you really are a professional. Come on, Inefa. Let's head back and mix up some lubricant. Trust me, this new lubricant is gonna solve your overheating issues.
All right, Aino.
Well, it doesn't hurt to beep thanks for the help. I only need 1 bottle anyway.
Harusnya udah lumayan lah ya. Ini juga masih kurang nih. Ini deh, taruh lagi berarti ya. Nah, semua spiral udah, kita udah, ya mungkin yang lunar 2 sih. Oke. Nanti aku dulu coy. Mantap lah.
My potted plant on the porch has died again. I was watering it every day.
Udah banget gitu.
Don't tell me I overdid it this time.
Lah, lanjutin tuh. Daily dulu. Bersih dan kejahatan. Lah, aku buka dulu deh nih. Buka duduk. Bersin.
Hear the echoes of the valley.
Ding dong, water ball.
Time to say hello. Not too far now. Observe. Be silent. Do you fear the dark?
Itu apa kan maksudnya tuh? Oh, rusak. Nggak tahu namanya. Itu mekaniknya gimana? Terus banget cara bukan. Gimana dasarnya apa sih? Saya udah ke titik lemahnya itu. Iya, soalnya kalau nggak salah rasisnya lumayan tinggi deh tuh, tapi bisa diturutin deh. Tapi nggak tahu deh. Nah ini, selama bertahun-tahun gunakan serangan dengan elemen yang sama dengan prosesi atau gunakan tak sempurna. Oh, oke.
Bring it.
Look, a rainbow.
Go! You're free now! Close your eyes.
Berarti emang kemalamahannya elemennya dia sendiri. Oh, nggak ada damage. Tokbal.
Do you fear the dark?
Lah, kebal anjir.
Ding dong, water.
Tell me what you see. Close your eyes. Be silent. Do you fear the dark? Observe. To dust.
Letting brave names echo.
Flash attack.
Time to say
Oh, aku paham.
be silent. Close your eyes. To dust.
Jadi dia biar langsung keluar dari mode apa? Di mode itu harus pakai elemen yang sama, tapi dia nggak bisa
Steady now.
dihit sama elemen yang sama, anjir. Sama aja bohong ini mah. kayak apa namanya, dendrohipotasis kan. Udah skip dulu deh, namanya bohong anjir. Ini udah ya. Apakah ini udah oke sih di lintas gue tuh. Kalau nggak salah sih ini deh, Jangan masih rebutan ya seingatku. Oh enggak ya? Iya kayaknya masih rebutan sama si Paruzan ya. Yep. Lihat kita ke 15 itu di ini. Udah lama nggak ada main. Oh udah beda sekarang. Gue masalah.
Go! You're free now! Be silent.
Oh lawannya apa ya? 2 abisnya sama 3 abisnya sih. Lupa dulu mah bukan Ruingar. Bedanya sama itu paruh matinya literasi R.
Time to say hello. Farewell. Close your eyes. Observe. To dust.
R lumayan sih buat dia, tapi nggak tahu udah dapet si Dion. Mungkin bayonet juga bisa.
Go! You're free now. Not too far. Close your eyes. The long sleep beckons.
Ini oke.
Let the mountain's veins boil! Look, a rainbow!
Time to say hello. Be free. Observe. Close your eyes. Do you fear the dark?
Bring it! Ding dong, water bomb! Go claw! Letting brave names echo!
Tell me what you see. Farewell. Observe. To dust.
Oke, pakai apa? Pakai kantor. Ini mau ganti karakter yang kedua sama jadi yang keempat aja. Oke, bagus ya, ada klik. Tak. habis coy. Non-stop.
Thank you for Ad Astra. This realm.
Ya udah penuh.
If you ever had
Ganti. Tinggal Dahlia Aino, ya kan? Push. Lanjut lagi coy. Langsung kok sih, nggak ada yang ngejoki juga. Apa tuh? Aku baru lihat di sana ada seperti itu. Peraturan itu di mana sih? Di bawah lagi. Orang dapat yang masuk ke sini. Kalau kesana ketiduran nih.
recognize this style of architecture. Must be Conrian. Simple furnishings, table and chairs. It's a more ordinary house than I might have expected. Looks like the fearsome Raker of Zolnari came from surprisingly humble beginnings. Unless this passed for luxury in Conria. Unlikely. It was said to be a very prosperous nation in its heyday. Anyway, I'll keep exploring.
Hi, River. Since you're working extra hours tonight, I thought I'd keep myself busy by checking out that new kebab shop. I've heard good things about their menu. I'll test it out, and if it's as good as everyone's saying, let's go back together sometime. P.S. New stash from the Universitas Magistrorum.
They didn't sign their name, but they must have been close. Sounds like they were living together.
I went over to Joseph's for drinks today. They have a fine collection, but I went alone. Felindis was tied up with something and couldn't make it. Joseph asked why I came alone, but I didn't really have an answer. He then went on to ask about other things. If you ask me, someone who asks that many personal questions is too nosy for their own good. But if he invites me again, chances are I'd still go.
Felindis. That's the same name Rerir mentioned.
Crane imports keep falling. If things don't pick up, we'll soon be back to meat and mushrooms only. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of that new type of mushroom everyone's been into lately. Didn't it start out as a lab-grown variety? I heard it's even mildly corrosive. Seriously, why would you even eat something like that? I don't care if it's an impressive feat of alchemy. That just isn't the kind of thing I like to eat.
Grain has to be imported, and they're eating a diet of mostly meat and mushrooms. Could it be because Conria is underground, so it doesn't get much sunlight? That would explain why they use so much stone in their buildings. They even use alchemically modified strains for food. Seems like the people of Conria don't have many options when it comes to dining.
I've just about saved up enough now. Time to buy it and keep it somewhere safe.
Making a big purchase. I wonder what it is. He really is a professional. No wonder he's so good at covering his tracks. Despite what he's become, it seems like he's retained certain habits, at least in this regard. Did Rary rip it out himself?
before I met you, I was convinced that my heart was nothing more than a stagnant pool. The burial place of a fallen moon. A withered, windless grove where the waters rested forever unrippled. It was you who helped me see that my heart hadn't entirely withered away. That it could still beat to the rhythm of love.
This is just trivial sentimentality from the looks of it. Why would he go to the trouble of hiding that? The burial place of a fallen moon.
Rear, over here.
Dane! Oh, and, Vedafin here? What a surprise to see you here, sir.
Hello there, Rear. You need not address me so formally outside of court. He doesn't get that much free time, so I invited him over for a drink. Even the court prophet deserves a break every now and then, right?
Well, I'm flattered.
So, what are we discussing today?
Hey, don't look at me. As far as I see it, we don't need an excuse to have a few drinks.
Come on, don't give us that. Didn't you say you were about to pop the big question? How's that coming along?
Who'd have thought the great Twilight Sword was an even greater gossip?
I just didn't expect you to be the first one to settle down and get married, that's all.
Yeah. If you told me that a few years ago, I wouldn't have believed you either.
So, are you planning to come clean about your job then? I'm guessing you still haven't told her.
Sure, I'll have to tell her at some point. But I'll need to pick the right time and place. To be honest, I have no idea how she'll take it.
Come on, stop being such a pessimist. For all you know, she could be thrilled. I bet she'll be much more impressed by your actual job than the one she thinks you're doing now. A member of the King's Guard. Quite the cover story. Does the king himself even know?
Of course he does. Anyway, enough about me. How have you been?
Me? Same old, same old. Nothing much to... Huh? What's up, Fed?
It's nothing.
Vedafilnir, Dainslift's elder brother. Renowned throughout the court of Conria as the Visionary, and said to possess a wisdom far beyond the reach of any ordinary man. And yet, despite the gulf between us, he seems to have something to say about me. Does he even know me? Does he see me as a friend of his brother, or just another of the Vinster King's blades? Why did he react so strongly? Was it really to do with what we were talking about?
Brown, curly hair and brooding blue eyes. So this is what Rere looked like back in the day. Perfectly normal. No different from anyone else. As frightening as this monster is in the present, there's something even more unsettling about seeing the human he used to be.
Felindis? You're back early?
Our equipment's being serviced today, so I got off earlier than usual. How's your day been? Aw, why the long face? Is something the matter? Has your boss been giving you a hard time again?
Went for a drink with Dane and the others after work.
Isn't that a good thing?
Vedafilnir showed up today too. You know, Daneslef's older brother.
Ah, Mr. Vedifilnir. Yes, I've heard of him. They say that everything he says ends up coming true.
He overheard Daneslef mention that I'd recently proposed and seemed to have an issue with it. But when I asked what it was, he kept it to himself.
So, you're worried? You could be such a child sometimes, Revier. We're nobodies. Why would the visionary be concerned about us? I'm sure someone in his position has much bigger fish to fry.
Maybe you're right.
You worry too much, Revier. We've been together for ages now, and everything's been going so well, has it not? You've even proposed to me.
So, you do remember. Tell me then. What's your answer?
Like I said, I need some time to decide. You can't just rush into things like this. We may be nobodies in the grand scheme of things, but if we want things to work out, we've still got to plan ahead.
All right. Take your time. Just don't keep me waiting forever. Nobodies. Sounds about right. In the eyes of people like Vedifilnir and Daneslef, what do we matter? Can someone whose gaze is so fixed on a far-flung future even see the present clearly? Besides, the dynasty's fate rests with the king and his inner circle. Whatever I do, it won't make much difference. Meanwhile, every idea they come up with and every decision they make, it affects everything. These days, the king is lost in his research, and the purge of the Crimson Moon bloodline grows ever more intense. The opposition tried to speak out, but nothing came of it. And I'm under no illusions as to why. Because we eliminated them and got rid of their bodies. A man can have 1,000 reasons to carry a sword, but there are few good excuses to use it. Yet the king has never even considered a gentler approach, and he never will. What becomes of someone who kills on another's behalf? Can he ever find true peace? Thelendis, It's nothing. You were right. Fate has never smiled upon nobodies like us. But by the same token, it's unlikely to bear a grudge against us either. There's no reason we can't keep living happily together, cherishing the simple joys of each day as they come.
See? You just need to stay positive, Revier. I can feel your warmth, your breath. You're right there, right by my side. Just seeing you makes me happy in a way I can't explain. And that's something that no one could ever take away from me. So smile, my love. Let go of that frown.
You're right, Thelendis. I've just been overthinking things.
That's better. Getting caught up about things like this will only ruin our evening. Speaking of which, all said, I won't be a happy bunny.
Relax. I'll be there. Seriously, though, you drive a hard bargain. You're really gonna leave my proposal hanging and still expect me to take you to the ball?
Well, that goes without saying. I already told everyone I'd be coming with a dance partner. Besides, they're two completely different things. Let's take it one thing at a time, all right?
All right. White outfit it is.
It seems like Rerir was deliberately hiding his ties to the intelligence services by giving the impression that he was just an ordinary member of the Venster King's Guard. He clearly doesn't want his would-be fiancée to know about his other life. Then again, that's hardly surprising. People in the intelligence trade rarely do. Who'd have thought we were in the same line of work? Let's dig a little deeper.
Our last operation was a resounding success, and all thanks to you, Ray here of Solnari. In total, we apprehended 32 dregs of the Crimson Moon, and 67 accomplices.
After all these years since the dynasty's fall, so many of them still linger on.
Indeed, it cannot be denied. Yet it was destiny that the Crimson Moon should be overcome by the eclipse, and that His Majesty, the all-seeing Vinster King, now guides our nation on the path to prosperity. Conria has no further need for a dead moon. But alas, there will always be those who refuse to see the truth, choosing instead to romanticize the past.
That's not entirely true. Much about the Crimson Moon era was worthy of remembrance. And that's exactly why they keep trying to see it restored. Many of its secrets remain unsolved to this day. As it happens, that's precisely the field of study my partner is devoted to.
You still haven't told her what you really do for a living.
Where would I even start? How do you tell someone that you're one of the king's hand-picked executioners? That your hands are steeped in blood?
You didn't choose this life, any more than I did. Orphans like us don't get a say.
But I'll sure as heck be the one to pay for it. Speaking of which, we need to be more rigorous in the way we identify direct descendants of the Crimson Moon. Someone, it seems, has strong opinions about my future plans. Most likely my marriage in particular. I have a feeling that we may soon become targets of the Crimson Moon's retribution.
Your concerns are not unfounded. They've taken out many of our colleagues these past few years, and for that very reason. These are no helpless lambs we're leading to the slaughter. They're wolves in sheep's clothing. Take care, Ray here of Solnari. I look forward to toasting you at your wedding.
Thanks, Thorkel. You look after yourself, too. Thelindis, I never wanted to keep this from you. You're the last person I would ever want to lie to. But that's exactly why I can't tell you everything. There are things you shouldn't know. Things you cannot know. The moonlit dynasties are a thing of the past. Yet even now, with the sun shining high in the sky, there are those who would call forth a dead moon's ghost. Could that be why Vedalfnir held back? Or was it because of some court secret he's not at liberty to share? I have to get a clear answer from him. No matter what happens, I will protect Thelindis.
Rerir seems to be very concerned by Vedalfnir's reaction. Vedalfnir and Dainsleif, the Visionary and Twilight Sword. So that's what they were really like. I've investigated this whole area now. There doesn't seem to be any other memories here. Should I try somewhere else? Wait a second. What's this black smoke?
So, he's late after all. Just you wait, Rerir. You're in for it. Big time.
Are you waiting for someone, ma'am? Could I tempt you into buying some flowers?
Oh, sure. Pick me out a pretty bunch if you would.
Thank you. But I'm afraid none of them are as pretty as you.
For someone so young, you sure have a way with words, don't you?
I'm only telling the truth. Look me in the eyes. You'll see I'm not lying. May we have a word in private?
Who are you? And what do you want?
It doesn't matter who I am. Too many of our kind have fallen lately, so I decided to take the risk of reaching out. Not long ago, the Ray here of Solnari led an assault on one of our strongholds. We suffered many casualties, and many who came to our aid lost their lives as well.
Sorry, I don't know why you're telling me this. And I don't want to get involved.
Wait, hear me out. This time we finally got a clear look at his face and learned his true identity. His name is Rerir.
and he claims to be one of the king's guards.
What did you say?
A cruel irony, isn't it? The man you're set to marry leads a double life as a brutal executioner. But surely, you must have caught a whiff of the blood on his hands.
Why are you telling me all of this now?
Simple. It's because...
How strange. Rarier was nowhere to be seen in that memory. It clearly belonged to the Lindis. Rarier couldn't possibly know what happened if he wasn't even there. Why would her memories appear in his fragment? The ceremony won't last much longer. I think it's time to call it a day.
Oh, udah.
So that was your doing?
Kelar
Did you just pull us inside Rarier's fragment to spy directly on his memories?
Any more questions, and I'll have to start charging.
I had no idea you could do that, boss! Seriously, that was amazing! We're not worthy. We're not worthy! I gotta admit, though, I'm itching to see what happens next. Feels like we barely scratched the surface.
I'm just as curious as you are, but the ceremony only allows for limited time inside. That's all we can see for now. Luckily, we managed to learn quite a lot.
So far, so good. I just hope the others are doing okay too. Especially the group with the Traveler. Their mission is a risky one. Let's hope it's all going smoothly.
If you're worried about them, go see how they're doing.
If I know boss, she's gonna need some time to write up all the details and make sure it's all coherent. I'll stay behind to lend a hand, but feel free to head back and meet up with the others. Oh, they've been prowling around for nearly 2 days now. These things just won't quit. Oh, they might not have seen us yet, but them constantly sweeping the area, our way out is oh, that's never gonna work. One little slip up and it's game over. If they spot us, they'll run straight back to Rarier, and once he knows we're here, it won't be. Quick, hide! We almost got spotted! Phew! That was a close call.
Belum habis loncat. Habis lari belum loncat.
Watch out! He's coming this way! Keep going. We're nearly there. This is the final hurdle. Oh, there's no end to these things!
Aduh.
Fire.
Fire? Wait, what's that smell? Oh no, there's a fire!
Aduh, getar gitu.
Send Sandrone was right. You look weak, Columbina. The old you would never have let such lowly creatures bar your way. Word has it that you did something for the Tsaritsa, and that's why you've lost most of your power. Freedom comes at a heavy price, doesn't it?
It's Arlecchino! You came!
Hello again, Columbina. And greetings, guests of the House of the Hearth.
It's been a while, Arlecchino.
Stupid right here of stupid Solnari. Ugh, whatever. I've got all the data I need. Next time we meet, you're finished. He sure doesn't pull his punches.
Excuse me, do you need a hand?
You can do me a favor by staying out of my way. Can't you see I'm busy? Wait a minute. I recognize that voice.
Hello, Miss Sandrone. Father sent us over to help.
How considerate of her. Hey, Fremine, get over here and help me fix this. Lenny, you do your thing. Just keep your sister away from my machines. Nearly every machine that cat girl touches ends up going haywire. Go put her on cleaning duty or something.
Then let's start downstairs. Fremine, we'll leave this place to you. You've got it.
Wait a second. Pretty sure there's still some tea in the cupboard. If you want some, you'll have to make it yourselves.
Gila.
You're free now. Not too far. To dust. To dust.
Rasisnya naik itu. Ini apalagi? Oh ya.
Observe. Perhaps these treasures might be of utility to you on your journey. Please, I insist.
Lagi tanggung. Sebenarnya agak banyak sih kalau misalkan lawan begini harus wajib bawa satu elemen sama kayak ini. Kalau enggak apa ya? Kebal anjir. Kalau pakai elemen yang sama itu kebal ya.
what you see. Farewell. Observe. Close your eyes. Do you fear the dark?
Iya tuh. Wajib bawa satu elemen yang sama, tapi jangan semuanya.
Fear the dark.
Hear the echoes of the valley.
Flash attack! Go!
Be free. Go. You're free now. Close your eyes. Observe. Night falls.
Iya, aku baru tahu.
Not to be sniffed at.
It's a relief to see you all made it back in one piece.
Huh? Feels like there's quite a few people missing. Where's Flint's and the others? And what about Niffer?
I returned ahead of them. Flint is helping Aino and Anefa to set up the decoys and buy some time. As for Miss Niffer...
Boss is still wrapping things up on her end. She sent us back to fill you all in on the top secret intel we've been gathering.
I see. Then let's get right into it. But first, who do we have here? You brought someone else in to help?
Greetings. I was invited here to help as a longtime Tea Party companion of Columbina's. You may call me Arlecchino.
Surely it can't be.
Those eyes. Oh, where have I seen them before? Wait, of course. In those memories we just saw.
The only Arlecchino I know is the fourth of the Fatui Harbingers. So either you share a pretty uncommon name, or you're more than just a Tea Party buddy.
You're well informed, Grandmaster. A man from Mondstadt living all the way out here in Nodcry, and yet the people and affairs of Snezhnaya seem to hold a special place in your heart.
Oh, the feeling's mutual. Sounds like you know all about who I am, too.
A Fatui Harbinger.
The atmosphere in here just got really tense. Guess we can't just start trusting Fatui Harbingers, even at a time like this.
I must admit, though, I'm a little curious. Seeing as the moon goddess no longer belongs to the Fatui, what makes you so willing to put your neck on the line here?
Nor does Nodcry belong to Mondstadt, Mr. Varka. Yet still, you're fighting for it all the same. Things don't always have to have a tangible payoff. Sometimes, stopping things from spiraling out of control is a higher priority than chasing the spoils of victory. Of course, I can't say there's nothing in it for me at all. But that's between Columbina and myself.
Forgive me. I don't mean to doubt you. It's just that the Fatui really have been the source of many of our troubles. We have our own way of doing things here in Nodcry. But ever since they arrived, the Fatui have treated us with nothing but hostility.
I know there's been a lot of bad blood between us in the past. I've done my utmost to avoid friction whenever I could. But sometimes fundamental conflicts of interest simply can't be settled amicably. That's why I'm here solely in a personal capacity. This has nothing to do with the Fatui. As a gesture of good faith, I'll be frank. I can help Columbina track down the iridescent moon's marrow, which will help her restore more of her power. Anyway, what else is on the agenda? Let's begin.
She says she'll be frank, then completely skips over the details. Looks like she doesn't want to give away too many secrets after all. But she clearly wants to change the subject. It'd be awkward if I tried to bring it up again now. I guess we'll just have to go along with it. She's the fourth of the Fatui Harbingers, after all. One look and you can tell she's not someone you'd want to mess with.
Well, since Miss Arlecchino sounds confident in her ability to handle that, we'll proceed to the next topic. Yehuda, time to share that top-secret intel.
Alright, listen up everyone. First, we now know that Rerir was originally a Conrian secret agent whose primary mission was to hunt down and assassinate the so-called Dregs of the Crimson Moon.
The Dregs of the Crimson Moon?
In the memories, there was a lot of talk about the Crimson Moon and Eclipse, and a whole bunch of other stuff from the time of Conria.
To my knowledge, those were the names of two different Conrian dynasties. Long, long ago, it is said that the people of Conria worshipped the Crimson Moon, drawing a mysterious power from its reflection. But one day, a coup saw the Crimson Moon eclipsed, hence the name of the new dynasty that replaced it, and how it became the new emblem of Conria.
Still, long after the Crimson Moon dynasty had fallen, the last ruler of the Eclipse dynasty, the Vinster King, still coveted the secrets it left behind. So, he sent the Rehir of Solnari to secretly hunt down the Crimson Moon's few remaining followers. In those days, Rerir showed no signs of madness. In fact, he was as normal as any other person. Oh, and he had a fiancé, or at least a would-be fiancé, called Tholindis. What's the matter?
Verfnir, Freindaughter, Flinders.
Interesting. Anything else? What about this would-be fiancé of his? Do we know anything about her?
Well, she was a researcher at the Universitas Magistrorum, but it felt like she was hiding some kind of secret.
Oh, and one more thing. For some reason, Rerir's fragment also contains some of Tholindis' memories, though only a very small portion.
Well, no shortage of potential leads, I'll give you that. In any case, it sounds like we can conclude that while Tholindis was still around, Rerir appeared to be lucid and quite normal. Tholindis, it seems, must have been the one thing in this world that he couldn't let go of. Tell me though, were these pure-blood Conrians we're talking about here?
Why do you need to know that? Hold on. If she was a pure-blood Conrian... Oh yeah! Just like how it was with the captain!
If we could somehow find her, do you think there's any chance Rerir might regain some of his sanity?
It's possible, but it would take a miracle. We can't pin all our hopes on that. That merchant who never knows, Dori Sangama Bay. Maybe we could hire her to look into it.
All right then. Let's keep working in our separate teams. Traveler, Paimon, Kutar, and Miss Arlecchino will go look for the iridescent moon's marrow. As for the others...
On the way over here, I noticed that the wild hunt monsters had grown even more frenzied in their search for Kutar. At this rate, the people living here will be in grave danger too. So I'm thinking of gathering together some of our followers to go wipe them out.
I'll head back to the curatorium and meet up with the boss.
Feels good knowing we've all got something to be getting on with. Given that the Wild Hunt has been a lot more active lately, the Lightkeepers have likely begun their own operations too. If that is the case, someone will need to pass the news on to Flint's. I'll hold the fort for now, then discuss our next move with Flint's, Ino, and Anefa when they get back.
Alright then.
Well, the clock's ticking. If that's everything, we'll be on our way.
We'd better get moving too. We'll try to buy you as much time as we can.
Relax. Just do your thing. Now, I decided to call in some backup since things are getting so hairy. Our reinforcements should be here any minute now. Stay safe, everyone. Dismissed.
We're back. Did we get here a little early? Or a little late?
A tad late. The others have already set off. To summarize, our resident moon goddess has found us a new ally, and Boss Nefer has uncovered some promising info. Everything going smoothly on your end?
Not great. I don't know how long we can stall them for. The decoys are getting taken out way faster than we imagined. I'm gonna make some more later, but I need a timeout first. I'm so tired right now. Oh, right! Anefa, could you fill in Uncle Varka on what we just discussed with Flint's?
Sure. Uncle Varka, you previously told us about how when you went to investigate a source of the Wild Hunt in Amsvartnir, you discovered that it was just a diversion. But according to Flint's intel, several outbreaks of the Wild Hunt had already occurred in Notcry in the period leading up to that. That was before Rerir had regained his body, when he was far from regaining his full strength. In other words, in theory at least, he still lacked the means to act in two places at once.
Flint's, with everything that's been happening, the Lightkeepers across Notcry are rallying to fight back against the Wild Hunt. They're gonna need your help. I know, I'm sure you're capable of coming up with something far more effective than decoys. But for now, you should stay here and get some rest. Anefa and I will head back over to Amsvartnir to see if there's anything I missed.
I told you Uncle Varka would say that, didn't I? A deal is a deal. Not a word about my snack intake for the next week.
Database updated. Reliability of Ino's predictions increased.
What does that mean?
They were betting on how you'd respond after hearing their intel.
It's the obvious choice, isn't it? That's hardly worth betting on.
We already decided that Anefa should go investigate the situation over at Amsvartnir on her own. You might as well stay here and keep watch. Someone needs to hang back and oversee our strategy meetings. And besides, you still haven't fully recovered from ambushing Rerir.
So I've ended up with the easiest assignment. Well, I appreciate it, everyone. See you when you get back.
Here, this will serve as a good spot to cross over.
Arlecchino, hold up a second. Since you brought us all this way, would you mind telling us what you've got planned? We still haven't got the slightest idea what's going on here. And if even Columbina doesn't know where the iridescent moon's marrow is, How do you?
Simple. Because I am an inheritor of the royal bloodline of the Crimson Moon, and one of the last surviving embers of the Two Worlds' flames.
Huh? Are you serious? Isn't you're a descendant of that Crimson Moon dynasty we were just talking about? The one from ancient Conria?
Your surprise is understandable. I was also taken aback when I first learned of it. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized the signs had been there all along. When I was young, I discovered I could wield a very special kind of fire. It coursed like blood through my veins and smoldered away inside my nerves. What's more, whenever I experienced strong bursts of emotion or drew too deeply on this power, it was like some kind of presence within the fire would begin to gnaw away at me, consuming me from the inside out. Exactly. That is why my hands are like this, too. At first, I saw it only as a curse, but once I became a harbinger, the jester apprised me of the truth. Together with my own investigations over the past few years, there are several things that I have gradually come to understand. For instance, take the so-called Crimson Moon. In truth, it is nothing more than the shattered remnants of the iridescent moon, fused with the abyss to prolong its lifespan. Since this blood flame was bestowed upon me by the Crimson Moon, it is a fusion of the iridescent moon's former power and the corruption of the abyss. You all understand the nature of the abyss well enough. I draw upon its power, and in return, it hungers for my soul. This strange blackness is the mark of corruption it has left behind.
If I recall correctly, you once told me that if the corruption ever made it to your heart, you'd become a completely different person.
Yes, and that's the reason I'm always careful not to push my power too far. It's essentially a never-ending tug-of-war.
Oh, sounds intense.
Anyway, the rest of my story can wait. Is there anything else about the Crimson Moon or the iridescent moon that you're unclear about?
Paimon has a question. So, the Crimson Moon that the Karians used to worship was actually the iridescent moon, right? Which was one of the three moon sisters. Does that mean that the Karians were to the Crimson Moon as the Frost Moon Scions are to the Frost Moon?
So much of that history has been lost. We have no way of knowing exactly what they were like. But I would suspect that the Conrians weren't as devout in their moon worship as it might appear. The iridescent moon's remains simply served as their link to the abyss. Later on, perhaps someone discovered a way to make direct contact with the abyss. Or maybe there was some kind of ideological divide. Either way, a dissenting faction staged a coup and drove out the royal heirs of the Crimson Moon dynasty. Still, even with the dark sun looming high overhead, the Crimson Moon's glow never truly faded. If you want living proof, it's standing right before you.
The first time we met, I sensed something familiar in your presence. When I looked at you, I felt I could see that mysterious red moon in the corner of my eye. In your flames, I saw its broken image, surrounded by a strange black aura.
Well, I appreciate that you kept it to yourself. Much about the Crimson Moon is still a mystery, and I'd prefer not to end up as the object of an insane research project. Anyway, time is against us here, so if there's any other questions, they'll have to wait. I just want to make sure I've got one thing straight. In her letters, Sandrone mentioned that since you are unable to contain the iridescent moon's marrow yourself, you intend to leave it in my custody. Correct?
That's right. For now, it's the only way I can pay you back for your help. The iridescent moon is already part of who you are, so with its marrow in your possession, you'll be even more powerful than before.
Deal. Then let's get started.
What started? What does this place have to do with the Crimson Moon?
When I first became a harbinger, the jester gave me a book called Harry, also known as Leobranto Inamorato. You should be able to buy a copy next time you're in Fontaine. It's a love story set in the Crimson Moon era. But setting aside the tangled romances of its characters, it also records a few interesting details. In the Crimson Moon era, or so the story goes, there was an orphanage that received children from beyond the bounds of this world, and subjected them to a peculiar induction ceremony.
Beyond the bounds of this world? For real? And what kind of induction ceremony?
The Crimson Moon sages looked beyond this world for beings with powers that surpassed the gods. But fearing they might lose control, they subjected these children to a process of refinement. They made these children crawl up a fireplace and kept asking them, "Have you died? Did you see it?" Until they find the adults, the book.
That explains.
That won't be necessary. The fireplace is purely symbolic. The key to the ritual is crossing the flames, but those burned away. In short, I can open it. The catch is I'll need. Very well. Then I'll.
Traveler, spare me a little. Thank you.
Mistress of the seven hues of ages past, great mother of the present, crimson-clad sovereign of the two realms, by fire severed, by fire renewed, I offer myself now and beseech your descent. One word of advice. As you're crossing over, no matter what voices you hear, do not answer.
Got it! I sense a sinister gloom inside, but also the familiar light of the moon. I feel that I am about to meet an old friend who has changed beyond all recognition. All right, let's go.
I sense your presence, and crave you death and rebirth. Wait, why are you? You have crossed over from another world, transcended fate itself. I have no right to.
Hey! Look up at the sky! A red moon! This must be the spot, right? Is that the abyss? It's practically filled the entire place! What now? What a tragic sight. Fragments of your broken body, seized by the abyss, and hung up aloft like mummified remains. Careful! There's something Haimon's right behind. By the way, Kalambina, didn't you tell us that the iridescent moon had shattered into pieces? The moon up there looks pretty whole to Paimon. How is that possible?
just like I thought. It was only a facade.
Itu atas cek.
Time to say hello. Farewell.
Ada tuh.
Be free.
Let the mountain's veins boil!
Lash attack!
Go! You're free now! Night falls.
Huh? Huh? For real? That's way too high! There's no way we'll be able to reach it! No. I'm not sensing anything up there. It's coming from under the mountain. Let's see... Ah! There's some kind of wind... Wait, see that? Looks like a device from the time of Karia. Maybe people once came here to study the Crimson Moon's domain, and they left this behind. Oh, if we can activate it, we might find some clues.
Bisa. Mana ya rata sini? Kan tetap harapan dulu orang-orang feel. Kalau orang-orang ya. No.
Look at that! Do you think these mechanisms might...
Thelindis, we'll leave the rest of the research.
I hope this isn't ruined.
Thelindis? Is that Rear's girlfriend? Oh yeah! The Abyss has... Maybe that's why...
Whenever I see this waning moon, for me, of all people, to be here investigating the mysteries of the Crimson Moon space, is it a coincidence? Or something more?
People ought not be so frightened of ghosts. They are merely talking shadows, chattering away endlessly about their past affairs.
Farewell.
Nggak nyampe sih. Gimana nih? Kita ulti dulu aja kali. Dan dulu ada kata lawan.
The night cometh.
Chew on this.
Be free.
Ini sih paling kayak gitu.
Oh, looks like the Abyss has messed up this mechanism. We need to find a way to get it working again. Let's see if there are any other devices nearby. Look, the rainbow!
Tell me what you see. Observe. Be silent.
Do you fear the dark?
See. So the moon marrow, or rather the power of the 3 moons, is the key to unlocking. If it really does exist, then maybe this madness can finally be put to an end. With the Abyss inhibitors in place, I should... Oh, Rarier. With every step you take, you're drifting further from what you truly desire. If only I...
Hey, look! The moon's reflection is back to normal! Elendis' voice... It must be. And there's no time to... Looks like we'll have to destroy them if we want to get to the iridescent moon's mirror. Hang in there! We're so close! That must be the iridescent moon's mirror! Oh, we'll need to destroy these things before we can reach it! We finally did it! The iridescent moon's marrow. Still burning away like an undying flame, yet now contaminated by the abyss. It has taken on a new form entirely. If we can purify the abyssal power within, we should be able to obtain its untainted essence.
Terusnya ya secara luar berarti gitar tuh OP anjir, lawan si OP. Harusnya lawan si apa namanya? Kira-kira juga tinggal diserap aja tuh energi habisnya. Walaupun banyak kayak gitu.
Are you here? Huh? Are you talking to us? At long last, I can see you once more. Our fates have crossed, and I am finally free. I'm sorry. I lied to you the moment the moon shone. Tell me. You look so... But trust me when I... What was that all about? It sounded like she was speaking to a... Perhaps. She took for a fading soul like hers. But anyway, we got... Alright. That's odd. This place looks different than when we came in. Waning moon. Huh? Oh, lifeless damsel. Oh. Hurry! The place is collapsing! It wants to trap us here. Who's it? The abyss? Now we've taken the moon marrow. All that's left here is a dark will. It will show us no mercy. Give it back! The crimson moons! My marrow! My heart! Finally! Huh? Oh no! The exit's blocked!
What are you waiting for?
We made it! Was that you, Arlecchino? Did you save us? Wait, your hands! They're...
Oh, this? Don't worry. It's a small price to pay. The Abyss wanted to trap you inside, and I defied its will by... No.
Oh...
As much as I'd like to...
Yes, you did your part. And as promised, I will leave the iridescent moon's marrow in your care. From this day forth, may the two worlds' flames burn ever more brightly.
I'll take that as a blessing. Now, Columbina, give me your hand. Accept this moonlight I offer in return. Feeling stronger?
Hey, Columbina!
By the Frost Moon's authority.
Just one more ray of moonlight, if you would. It's okay.
How about now?
At the very least, I won't have to stay hidden. I want to see him.
Well, when I first met you, you didn't strike me as a ray, but now, you're full of vitality. Just like the Frost Moon.
Thank you. Look after yourself too, Arlecchino. But whatever you're after, don't let the Abyss take a hold of you.
I appreciate the concern, Columbina.
I knew Nick...
Kutar, the Moon Maiden, We often use code names in the House of the Hearth, too. But it's knowing your real name that keeps you grounded. All I'll say is this. Once you've defeated... All right. That's it from me. I'll get you back safe. I appreciate the jest.
Pernah ada. Banget coy adzan.
It was a close call, but we got the iridescent moon's marrow and restored Columbina's strength. And that's all that matters. In other words, mission accomplished. Paimon wonders how everyone else is doing.
Say hello. Not too far now.
Observe. Night falls. Close your eyes. Be silent.
Bring it! Ding dong water ball!
Beware the creatures of the night.
Flash attack! Kerplunk!
Close your eyes. Be silent.
Bring it! Look, a rainbow!
Go! You're free now! Farewell!
mungkin cukup sekian aja nge stream GENSHIN lain. Ini aku bakalan restream dulu sih, biar kayak pengen yang horizontal cuy tampilannya.
How many
Thank you
forging commissions do I still have to finish? Let's see. 1, 2...
Nanti lanjut lagi cuy, mungkin jam 8 lah.